Hello, in this video I'm going to cover the main screens of Skyward. So once you get logged in, Skyward will take you to the last section that you were working in. So if I click sign in here, it's going to take me to Educator Access Plus. This is the last place in Skyward, the last system that I was using, so it's going to take me back there. I am going to go ahead and point out that I'm going to have access to more icons, and they're going to be different things show up that you may not see, and that's strictly by access in Skyward. I have full access to Skyward where you guys will not have the full access to everything. So I just want to point that out. If your screen looks different than this video, that's the reason there. So for the majority of this video, I'm going to stay in Educator Access Plus, which is what all the teachers are going to have. And you can go here, and here's your gradebook, classes, and attendance, and all those options are there. First thing I'm going to point out are these boxes here, and I'm going to stay on the main screens for the most of this video, kind of show you the things that are powerful from this screens here. So all these boxes are called widgets, and so if you click right here where it says select widgets, every box that's showing up is a checkbox here. So this favorites here is clicked there. If you notice, I don't have one called teacher widgets. That's because I'm not set up as a teacher in Skyward. You guys will, teachers will have that teacher widget, and there's one that's very powerful in there called teachers students. And basically what that does, so if the teachers widgets are down here and I click teachers students and save, it's going to take me back to this main screen. And so if you add anything, it'll be added. So basically what teachers student widget does is if it was to be added right down here, it would have, say, teachers students, and then have a list of every student that you have in class. And so if you want to pull up their information, you just be able to scroll through here in alphabetical order, click on that, click on their name, and then it would pull up their information, their profiles, directly from your home screen. So you wouldn't have to go to any other screens. Just click there, click on the student's name, and it pulls you right there. So that's a really powerful widget that I thought would be beneficial for you guys. And like I said, if you want to go through here and select them all, see what they do, and then just keep the ones you would like. The next section I'm going to go to is this little box up here. This here is going to be whoever is logged in's name. So that's me, I'm logged in. The next one's going to be the account information. This is all your information, personal information here. The next one's preferences. There's a lot of things here, and these preferences are just for you. So if another person logs into your computer on Skyward, it's not going to change it for them. These preferences are just for you. The big one I'm going to point out here is if you notice all my backgrounds are red, and this is where that can be changed, the theme color. Skyward defaults it to blue. I changed mine to red. If you want like the high contrast look, you can change it to black. It does that high contrast. But I'll change it back to red because that's what I like. The next button's exit. It's kind of self-explanatory. It's going to exit you out of this page. So then this next one here is question mark. And there's two of them here that I really want to talk about. The first one's SkyDoc. SkyDoc is a Skyward document center that they supply for every part of their Skyward. So if you're in Teacher Access and Gradebook, and yes, I have no classes because I am not a teacher, and you click the question mark and Sky Documentation, it's going to take you directly to their help page and give you information on whatever section of Skyward you're in. So right now you're in Educator Access Plus, the Teacher Access, you're in My Gradebook. Here's their 4 videos, PDFs, whatever they may have for you to look at. This question mark will be available in any window you open in Skyward. So if you go to your home page and you're actually over in Employee Access, the question mark's still there. You go into Employee Information and you go to your calendar, the question mark's still going to be there. Okay, let's go back to Educator Access Plus. The other option here is this Customer Access. So if you're having issues with the Skyward and you're on a specific page, if you click Customer Access, it's going to bring you up to like a ticketing system. This is Skyward's internal ticketing system. Not all of you will have all these options. you most likely are going to have a submit to queue, attach, and view my request. Basically, when you do that, it puts it into the queue locally at the schools here where we can look at it. And then if we want to, we can push it onto Skyward or we can resolve it ourselves. I'm going to suggest that we stick with our ticketing system for Skyward tickets. The only way that I might ask you to use this is if there is a part of Skyward you're working in, and you want to, and I can't get to the right spot. I'll say, can you put in a Skyward ticket, and then I'll push it, because what I can do on my end is push it onto Skyward. And so that's the only way we may use this ticketing system. But I just want to let you know that this is an option if you want to put in tickets that way. Moving right along, this option here, there's favorites in my print queue. Anytime you print something in Skyward, it puts it in my print queue. So if you want to go back, you can see some of the reports that I've been running here. You can do that there. It shows up everything there. This is kind of powerful if you want to have two screens up at once. So say I want to have, let's pull this up. Say I want to have my students open over here and my gradebook open over here. You can have both of these open at once. Skyward doesn't let you open. You can't go to the login page and log in again because it'll kick you out of that. But what you can do is hit the new window, and you can have another window if you wanted to. So that is another option there if you wanted to do that. Again, I just want to kind of stay on the main pages and let you see some of the features that you can have right after you log in. The widgets are the big one. If you do have student management and you have a couple different things you work in, favorites are a big one here. You can add those by starring anything. So if I want to go to the student profile and I bring this up and I say, I want this to be and add my favorites, I would click this star right here. It's going to add it to my favorites. And then when I go back here, here's the student management profile entity. And then if you notice here, it says hit Alt key plus 0 through 9 to quickly access your favorites. So if I wanted to go to data mining, which is something that we use as far as reports go quite often, I would hit the Alt key and then hit 1, and it's going to take me right to data mining. So hit Alt key, and if you notice when I hit the Alt, this icon, this right here pops up. So it gives you a list of all the things. So if you hit Alt and it says, oh, okay, now what do I want to do? I want to edit favorites. I hit 0. Now I can edit my favorites. Again, that's something you may not use. Some of you may, some of you may not. If you're just using it for the teacher's side, probably not going to be something you're going to want to look into, because basically you're going to go into your student management or your gradebook, take attendance, and those kind of things. That concludes this video. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of show you some of the more powerful tools that Skyward offer right after the login page. So, like I said, check out those widgets. Know that the Sky Docs are up here. Just kind of a high-level overview of all Skyward. Thanks for watching.